Hey everyone, welcome back to Romeo the podcast. My name is Romeo and I'm the host of Romeo the podcast. We're just going to jump straight into it. This month is June, and for those who do not know, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And before we close June, I wanted to go about discussing Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and what that means for me. I'm just going to pretty much talk off of that's what I have been doing every episode. I don't have anything scripted, so I'm just going to talk. So, God, allow me to use my gifts. Um, June Mental Health Awareness Month. I recently just found out that was something that we recognized. Has this always been a thing? I recently just realized that. I never knew that June was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I think that it's so imperative that we have that because as men, we don't discuss that enough. And not only am I a man, I'm a black man, I'm a gay black man. So I really got some problems. I have problems, okay? So with that being said, I think that I know that this is extremely imperative to have because we need to acknowledge and we need to bring to the forefront men's mental health. Before we dig any deeper on men's mental health, I just want to bring awareness that mental health is normal. Mental health is normal, whether you are a male, a female, non-binary, trans, whatever age, whatever class, status, whatever you are, mental health is normal. I want to just acknowledge that. Though it's normal, it does not mean that we should just be okay with having it. You have to seek help. You have to go out and make sure that you do get the attention that is needed to get better at the end of the day. Just because something is normal does not mean that it is okay to have it. The only reason why I'm acknowledging that it is normal because before we do anything, we have to bring awareness to what we have, right? In order for a change to happen, we have to bring acknowledgement that we have X, Y, and Z in order for change to happen. That is the domino effect of change. If you know you want to lose weight, you have to acknowledge the fact that I'm not where I am physically. So now I have to make the changes to get to where I want to be physically. Same thing with mental health. In order for us to get to where we need to be with our mental health, we have to acknowledge the fact that we have a mental health issue, then go about changing so that we can create the impact that we want for ourselves and for others. So I'm saying all of this to say that mental health is normal. Now that we got that out of the way, let's dig deeper into what Men's Mental Health Awareness Month means to me. Someone who identifies as a black gay man, I have dealt with a lot of mental health issues. Believe it or not, I was in therapy at a very young age. My mom was so kind enough to put me in therapy at the age of 12. She just wanted to make sure that mentally that I was okay. There was a lot of family dynamic issues that had played a part in my life. And to ensure that I just grew up correctly, she put me in therapy, which I'm thankful for as an adult now. It's imperative that we take care of ourselves. I think as men, we have to be very performative. We have to be performative in a way that we cannot show emotions. Even when we are provoked, we can't be who we are, which brings into the performative aspect of what I was just referring to previously. We're perceived when we're not doing something that is in the norm of societal standards. And we have to put an end to this because it is creating extreme mental health issues. Extreme mental health issues. As I stated earlier, not only am I a man, but I'm a black man and I'm a gay man. So the spaces that I show up in can go either way. I can show up in black spaces and not be good enough because I'm gay. I can show up in gay spaces and not be good enough because I'm black. And I can show up to the world and not be good enough because I'm black and gay. I've dealt with many issues that brought insecurities to my own identity. And I've had to alter myself in ways and in spaces that brought safety to me, if that makes any sense. Being a man is very performative. We have to ensure that we do everything that is societal standards just so that we can get by. And if you don't tend to that sooner rather than later, you're going to hit a roadblock. You're going to hit an identity crisis because you don't know who you are because you diluted yourself for so many years. You're going to have an explosive moment and you may take it out on someone else when in reality, it's you holding in all of this anger that has been building up because you just genuinely are tired of not being able to be necessarily who you are. It's tiring. It's tiring for any man, whether you are black, gay, straight, purple, blue, middle class, lower class. It's tiring. As I grow older, I'm working on being the best version of myself that I can possibly be. On many of my platforms, I have been stating that I'm working on being a better Romeo for tomorrow. And as long as I continue to do that, I know that I'm headed in the right direction. I do want to get into the suicide statistics for men in the United States. It says higher rates in men. In the United States, suicide rates are significantly higher among men compared to women. In the U.S., the male suicide rate is 4 times higher than the female rate. The highest suicide rate among men is in the 75 and older age group. Other age groups at risk include men aged 25 to 44. This is definitely something to unpack. We have to realize the at risk that there is for suicidal rates amongst men and how detrimental that is. The chances of a man committing suicide is 4 times more likely. Why is that? I believe it goes back to the previous statement that I made about being performative as a man, the pressure that comes with it, the societal standards that comes with being a man and what you have to achieve and go about living as can be extremely overwhelming. And they stated that men 75 and up are at the highest age group of committing suicide as many in the United States. And I think it's because for so many years, especially for that age group, we're talking about baby boomers. Baby boomers are the elderly people of the world now. And imagine as a man, what's the word I'm looking for? The standards that they had to live up to. That was the typical G.I. Joe man. I would have been screwed if I was a baby boomer and I was in my prime during like the 1950s. That was the typical G.I. Joe man. Like that's the Vietnam War. That's the you need to be a man and take care of your whole family and you do it alone. I would have been screwed. First off, I'm gay. Let's start there. So I'm probably not even accepting of being gay. So now I have to be closeted for my own safety. It would have been a hot mess. Imagine being gay during like the 1950s. You would have been killed. You would have been harassed. You would have been just stripped completely from your humanity. That's why so many gay men were not out. Because of what came with it. They had to still go about being in relationships with folks that they didn't want to be in just for survival. It's being literally, like outside of just being gay, just in general, being a man is survival mode. It's survival mode in all aspects of it. It's not even just being gay anymore. It's just survival mode 24/7, having to perform what society wants us to be as men. Having to look a certain way, having to act a certain way, hypermasculinity. It's toxic. Toxic masculinity is a thing. And I've had to deal with toxic masculinity in so many areas in my life that has diluted my own self just to fit the comfort of others, to make sure that they were okay. And when you dilute yourself, all you're doing is killing 1% of you each time you do that. Therefore, not knowing who you are later in life, because you keep diluting who you are in the end. I'm 31 years old, and if I was able to tell my 21-year-old, oh my God, I was 21 10 years ago. That's crazy. If I'm able to tell my 21-year-old self anything, I would tell myself that you are fine just the way you are. You don't have to alter yourself. You don't have to change who you are. You don't owe anybody anything. And that's another thing that we have to realize. We don't owe anyone anything. We don't owe society anything. And I think once we realize that we don't owe nobody nothing and that we can take some of those weights off of our shoulders, we'll be able to be just fine. Being a man is very performative. We have to perform. We have to live up to these standards that are not real. They're not real. People just made this up. It's a construct. It's a societal construct that people just randomly made up. It's not real. And I would tell my 21-year-old self to just be you and don't lower your own standards of who you are to fit the standards of someone else. Don't dilute your own identity to make others feel comfortable. And don't fall for toxic masculinity and having to feel as though you need to be more masculine to fit in a different type of setting. Because I've done that before. And once you break those barriers of being more comfortable in your skin, you become better each day. I just wanted to bring awareness to Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and just make sure that I stated my side of the story. I am a man, I'm a black man, and I'm a gay man. And I'm proud to be a black gay man. And I know that my story is necessary and it's needed. And before we close this month, I want to say happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And please seek help. Mental health is normal, but it's not okay to remain in it if you know you need help. So seek a therapist. A friend is also nice, but get professional help. And check in with you, check in with God, and take care of yourself. Whether that's going to the gym, whether that's eating right, whether that's seeing a therapist, whether that's going for a walk. Y'all have to do not sleep on walks. Don't sleep on a good walk. And now it's warm outside. Don't sleep on a good walk. Whenever I go for a walk, that's so therapeutic. Another thing that's therapeutic for me is going grocery shopping. I would never be an Instacart person. I have to go grocery shopping. That is therapeutic for me. Like running errands is therapeutic. Nonetheless, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And this is a very short podcast. I actually have work in the next few hours, so I have to get ready for that. I just want to wake up and make sure that I said just a little bit of something on my podcast regarding Mental Health Awareness Month and bring awareness to it. Nonetheless, have a great day and take care of yourself.